Okay, guys, we're here with some Eldrazi post bannings. I mean, theoretically post bannings. The bannings have come out, though technically not happened on Magic Online yet. We may see some people, trying to dookie us with some Simian Spirit Guides or some Uros, but we're hoping that that won't be the case. And if not, we're playing good old E-tron, Karns, Thought-Knot Seer, Smasher, Reshaper, Maze Mind Tome, Chalice, all this good stuff. Let's get into it. If we get queued by Valky, this is why we play Eldrazi, am I right, guys? Is this why we play Eldrazi? This is why we play Eldrazi. This is why. Perfect. Perfect. This is how you know I'm the E-tron goat. It's these hands right here. Turn 2 tip vaulted. If I get turn 2 tip vaulted, I'll be pretty upset. I wouldn't be surprised if I get like some garbage thing happening to me here with blue and red. Wouldn't be surprised if I get like stormed or something. Let's see. I needed to do Stream Decker. Oh, that's not good. That's not a good start for us. I regret cutting my... Oh, this is what's happening to us. This is acceptable. I think we can just get like a Ensnaring Bridge down or something. I think TKSing plus Matter Reshaper here is better. I don't think there's anything I want to get out of the board quite yet. I mean, we're going to go get Ensnaring Bridge, but I'd rather just like see exactly what opponent's doing and then move from there. I think taking the Lava Dart here is fine. Problem with getting Worm is if they just like play another flyer, which they ended up having. Like if we would have done that, like we would have been so dead. Like there's a lot of ways we can just die. Like if they just have Sprite Dragon, basically. Trinisphere is amazing against them. Well, we do not have Trinisphere in our sideboard, or else I would have definitely just gone Karn Trinisphere. That would have been an easy one for me. They drew Gut Shot. That is unfortunate. I was hoping that they wouldn't have like a good answer, just kill this. I'm taking a good chunk of damage here. But you will be fine in the end, almost surely. Karn. Snaring Bridge. Play Bridge, play land, play map. Now they cannot attack. And if they go, like, kill my Matter Reshaper, try to put a card in my hand to make this attack, I mean, this will be a 4/4, so it won't work. So we should be good here. Just we got 4 Chalices, man. Yeah, I mean, Chalice is obviously going to be insane against my opponent as well. Okay, opponent, what you got for me? You gonna kill my Matter Reshaper? They're gonna kill my Matter Reshaper. If I would have hit another Matter Reshaper there, you would have known. You would have known I was back. You would have known. You would have known I was back. I mean, I assume they're going to attack my Karn. If they don't attack my Karn, that's just, like, wild. Attacking me? Wow. This up Bolt for Karn? That makes sense. That makes sense. Maybe tier 0 again. If it was tier 0, that would be wild to me. I'd like to play Radiant Fountain, thank you. It's the best day for Magic since 2017. It's something like that. I'll go get Blast Zone now. Let's see, what do we draw? Ugin the Ineffable's not a bad one. Ugin the Ineffable. Play Blast Zone, all plus. Blast Zone, yes, Blast Zone. Let's get into Harrison Band. Yeah, let's do this to make this easier for myself. What is that emote? Voting pot. Oh, okay. Modern changes were pretty pog. I'm playing the Valkyrie deck in Modern before the changes. Well, we'll have to see. They may be able to burn us out. It is a possibility. Once we find Karn, though, then, or just Walking Ballista, both will just be good enough. Can't lose the value in the league. Right to go, yeah. Very happy that they just said no more Uro, no more Field of Dead, no more Sanctuary. Like, all the cards that people wanted, they just, like, did it. We'll have to see how things move now after that. I'm very happy that they just decided to do it for once. Good ban. I mean, Arcanist is a pretty absurd Magic card, let's be honest here. Fastest card to get banned in Modern? I think so. It's not the fastest card to be banned ever. The Commander card, the Ligri, was the fastest card to be banned ever, I think. I thought they'd hit Oko plus Uro and leave the others. Good in Legacy. Oh no, yeah. I think Delver. I mean, Delver will always be like tier 1. I don't think there'll ever be a time where Delver is not tier 1. None of these cards have any like real cards underneath them, so I guess I've got that going for me. I still play Delver. Yeah, I mean Delver's just like, there's decks that are probably like other decks that are good. Like, it's possible that like some Miracles deck is good still. Some like Uro deck is still good. It's possible that like some Loam deck could come back to being good. We'll have to see. Huh. So I guess I can just do this and then get the land into my hand. It's fine. And Chalice and Iceland, I'll play what kind of see it. Not sure why my opponent's still playing, but you know, good for them, I guess. Opponent just a glutton for punishment. I mean, we'll see if it's like something that's good or bad for the metagame. I can see it just making like Breach better. Let's bring in Spade of Contortions. That's the obvious one here. Chalice is obviously great. Ballista is good. Battery Shaper is medium. And card getting Bridge is good. But it's like really expensive to do that. Fairly expensive to get Bridge. Another card that's fairly expensive is Ugin. I could see just cutting Ugin. Do we want to keep Karn? Karn is like the epitome of slow here. I think on the draw maybe we can cut this, add this. And then maybe bring them back in on the play or some amount. I'll put this. Should. That seems reasonable. I'm just gonna be good now. God. I'll keep this hand. Chalice is probably fairly good. Wouldn't even be that good. Who knows? Who knows? Guess there's no real punish for leading on this that I can think of. May just be getting temples with it. Very real possibility. I don't listen to the beginning songs of this. I've been like listening to like these 3 or 4 songs like the past couple days. I've just been jamming out to them. My Adnaz deck. Not too worried. I have a friend who had fully foiled out Adnaz. I'm pretty sad for him. I would love to just draw like another Tron land, make it easy for me. If I don't, I'm gonna play Temple Chalice here easily. What did they do? Scry double bottom? Okay. Do they have the answer for Chalice on 1? Or they just have the cards that don't care about it? Metamorphose? Okay. If they Shattering Spreed me, I would have been a little bit sad. This is like a classic way that Prowess gets like people. It's like, I'm just gonna Metamorphose a million times and get you. Okay. Drawing Power Plant or Mine will be a big game here. Another Temple also is acceptable for turning on all its dust in 2 turns. I guess I'll just go get Urza's Mine here. Hope to spike a Power Plant. Doing anything else doesn't really accomplish anything. I may just be dead here. Alright, you know, they need to have like 2 free spells here, plus a start to get me. If I spike a Power Plant, I think I'm good here. Picked the wrong one. Where's the power plant? How long? Oh, okay, it would have been 5 turns to spike a power plant. Don't think I was going to survive that amount of time. I think I still like keeping out Karn. Like, it just seems really, really slow. Seems really, really slow to me. Banless change is already in effect. They're technically not in effect, but I think it's, you know, a gentleman's agreement between everyone to not play the ban cards. At least I hope. His hand actually seems pretty good. 2 pieces to Tron, Eldrazi Temple, removal spell. I think I'm just gonna dismember this. Obviously, if they have Manamorphose, Storming Entity, feels bad. They could also just have, like, Mutagenic Growth, Gut Shot, but that's a pretty instant streak. I don't really... That is a punish for not playing Eldrazi Temple first. We'll see if we need to look for a way to kill Storming Entity. I guess they just had Manamorphose Storming Entity every single game. It's kind of wild. Kind of wild they had it every single game. Definitely got punished for using the Dismember. Is it seriously gonna play any sense? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, we've bottomed 2 lands and drawn 2 lands. That's not a good combo. This is actually wild. This hand is so nutted. This hand's actually so... Am I just dead here? I may just be dead here. 5, 9, 10. I think I need to take light at the stage here. I'm just... Oof. Their hand is so good. I don't think we, like... I mean, based on how we draw it and what our hand was, I don't think we had any chance of winning this game. But I don't know. I mean, maybe we could still win. It's unlikely, but it's possible. We do have outs. But their hand was fairly good. I mean, like, obviously with these sorts of hands, the blue-red Prowess deck looks like insane, where you have, like, double creature, double Manamorphose, light at the stage, lightning bolt, wait to protect your creature, and lands. Like, the perfect mixture of everything. And our deck looked insane, obviously, game 1 when we had Tron, so... Oh no, they still have Mountain Hand. They played Spiral of Canela's turn. Okay. I can draw a Snaring Bridge here. Spatial Contortion. Another land. Well, that's how it goes. I assume they have any other spell. Need to literally have nothing. Okay, that's not lethal. Not dead yet. I think playing around Swiss Spear is wrong when they only have 3 Swiss Spears. They have 1,000,000 burn spells to get us. Okay! We're not dead yet! We're not dead yet. Storming Entity? Okay. Maybe, just maybe. Want to do this for Sprite Dragon. I am the GOAT! I am so good at this game, man! Woo! I'm so good at this game! How? 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 This is what we call doing it! Don't call it a comeback. We're so good at this game. God, how? How did we win? They needed to whiff on everything. They needed to literally whiff everything. And we needed to hit, like... We hit all this dust? Into Chalice? After... Okay. We started off being very unlucky. We scryed like 3 lands. We scryed 2 lands and a Matter Shaper at the bottom. Found the All's Dust. Then found the Chalice. Then found the Ballista. And I made the play of like attacking too. Ah. I mean, like 99% of the time there we're losing. We lose to Swiss Spear. We lose to Sprite Dragon. Lost like any 1-mana burn spell before the Chalice. Light at the stage redraws. Probably lost to like Manamorphose or any spell that they could cast to make it so they cast their Storming Entity. We were literally dead to everything. The only things we weren't dead to is like lands, like exactly lands or Storming Entity draws. Those are the only draws. So like maybe 20% of their deck that we're not dead to. So wild. So wild. Can't believe we won that one. And it was like 3 or 4 draw steps in a row we needed to fade. Along with the Manamorphose draw. Okay. Whew. Twisted Wombat playing Luris, I think. They could be playing Obosh. Well, hand seems great. Well, no, so they have like 19 lands. They already had 4 lands out, right? So they had like 15 lands. Maybe, I guess, maybe it was more than 20%, maybe like 25%. I think this is fine to do, then get Tron next turn. Get Tron next turn, play Maze Mind Tome, and then set up All's Dust the next turn. If they didn't play anything on like turn 1, I wouldn't have slammed, I think. I think I can safely get rid of Waste. The rest of my cards are just so good. Just press meta, guys. I don't think that that's going to be the meta. We have White-Green Heliod, I think is going to be reasonable. Some control deck will probably pop up. Here's is mine. What else do I think will pop up? Some form of Stormforge deck is probably fine, like Bant Blade or something like that. Dredge, yeah, Dredge is probably fine. Oh, it's just, I'm done here. Do I want Spatial Contortion here? They have, like, exactly, like, Soulscar Maze plus Swift Spear. I feel like all my cards are really good here. Could make an argument for cutting, like, a Ballista or something. Or Spatial. I can see that being fine. Do we want Relic? I don't think so, with our best draws being Chalice of Void draws. Why are people saying, like, Scapeshift will be good now? Was it really Uro keeping back Scapeshift? Or was it Scapeshift keeping back Scapeshift? I'm kind of into this hand, but it's like kind of bad too. So I think I'm gonna mulligan. This hand looks a lot nicer. Yeah, I guess I can ditch Temple here pretty safely. Just Dryad. I mean, you could make an argument that like Amulet Titan's still like good because it still has Dryad Valakut. It doesn't have Field of the Dead, but Dryad Valakut's still really good. I'm gonna lead on a Tron land. We have a turn to draw another Tron land that we're missing. And then we'll... I'm not even sure if we'll like skip out on the Reshaper on turn 2. I don't know. If it were me doing the bans and unbans, I would have unbanned it, Mox Opal, and banned some cards too, but I don't know, some people probably wouldn't have been too big of a fan of that. I'd like to play my Chalice of the Void on 1, please. You can K-command me the next turn. Opal looting. You cannot unban looting without changing a lot of cards, I think. You'd have to ban at least Creeping Chill, possibly some other cards as well, I'm not sure. I mean, Sauce could probably figure out some way to play a control deck. That is interesting. Well, maybe I'm getting punished for putting away the Eldrazi Temple, getting greedy with the Tron. Out of limelight. Got rid of the Temple. I guess we have Smash in our hands, so that's somewhat reasonable. Fatal Push, the exiled land plus Lightning Bolt. Well, I would pick the Lightning Bolt and then play it to make this a 4/4. Classic Affinity was great. I would every once in a while, you know, bring it out and it'd be fun. This life ain't good. Earl banned MTG already. It should be banned today. I think it said it takes effect today, but it's not quite yet. Ooh, Aaron Forsyth said, I do think there's a potential future on Arena where cards can be tweaked. This is a funny draw. Wait, they didn't cast the... Oh, they cast this instead, okay. I don't think I'm gonna attack. I think I'm just gonna like try and block here if they attack. No, I missed cash 65th. I think the worst I missed cash at was at 68. Cleansing Wildfire, that's not good for me. Any player goes in tanks. It's pets. Yep. Friends that I cast my first GP and lo and behold. Oh, they had the land for K command. It's both. Well, now it's unfortunate because this expedition map doesn't do much for me. Probably ditch this walking ballista. I hope they just kill this and then destroy this. That would be nuts for us. Channeler's Bad and Pioneer. It seems like a sweet card for it. Like, what deck could you play Channeler in that was good? I think I should have probably attacked with Matter Shaper last turn, and then it makes it so this attack is better, but I was scared that they just have, like, some one-drop thing to cast. And then, like, I can't... Like, they attack me for 8, and then I whiff on being able to cast Smasher. That was, like, my nightmare scenario. Maybe I'm not supposed to play for the nightmare scenario. Yeah, I'm fine doing this. Lyris to the hand. Okay. Play Lyris as well. Yeah. I forgot they had Lyris, to be honest. We may have a bit of a predicament here. I guess we just go get another temple. They haven't really shown a way to kill a Smasher, so maybe we're fine. We can just draw like all this dust eventually, and that's like not an unreasonable game plan. Thoughtseize, yep. It's unfortunate. I have a pile of Cleansing Wildfires in their deck. Deck plays Dreadbore. I mean, I've yet to see Dreadbore, so I want to keep this back. Because attacking, we get smacked for 11 and they gain enough life where a second smash doesn't actually kill them. Okay, opponent. What's you got here? If I draw like all this dust, I'm in it. Okay, let's draw all this dust, and then we can play this song. Oh, didn't draw all this dust. Let's play this and pass. I was gonna be ready to play this song. I mean, we still can't attack. We will just be dead. Literally dead on board if we attack, so that seems like a bad idea to me. We're dead to, like, any lightning bolt they could have just drawn. think we maybe could have, like, if we would have kept Temple instead of one of the Tron lands, would have played out a lot better for us. Probably would have won the game. I think I'm just dead, right? I block here, I take 3, 7, 14, yeah. That is lethal. I definitely like more spatial contortions now that I see what type of deck they are. Also dislike Walking Ballista a lot more now, based on the cards that I've seen them having. Band stick effect. Sometime today, I believe. Sorry, just a second. One second. There we go. Well, this hand looks abysmal. This hand looks pretty medium to me as well. I think I'm gonna mulligan this as well. My channeler deck. There we go. Let's mulligan this again, I think. Unfortunate. Unfortunate, but this is the E-tron way sometimes. Sometimes all your hands are just, like, abysmally bad. I'm gonna press that. It is good, yes. This is how E-tron plays out sometimes. I misunderstood how my opponent's deck was built very, very drastically. It's come back to hurt me already. Maybe we can keep the 6. And the 6 is like really medium. And like it's bad against like any reasonable draw they have. They showed me Soul Square Mage plus Swift Spear. It makes me like very scared. And they showed me discard spells, so it's like Chalice isn't necessarily even gonna be good enough. If they have K command, it's like even worse for me, but I don't know. It's like our mana being really rough there. Hurts a lot. I will ditch you in the ineffable here. That's funny. That was TKS. I actually could be in a fine spot. I guess we beat that. Okay, that's you know, making it so we have reasonable things now. Land? Not a land. Problem now is they just have another land that croaks to us. Really needed a land there so we could just Tormod's Crypt their yard. Yeah, now they're just gonna get me. No, this game isn't quite over yet. The rest of their hand is very bad. Actually, wait, do I have any outs? I don't actually know if I have any outs, never mind. Yeah, I'm just dead now. Reasonable way. Something is being very weird on my list screen. I just gotta solve that problem for a second. The sand seems pretty reasonable. It has drawn. Oh, we're playing against this. This is not what I wanted to see at all. This matchup is atrociously bad for me. At least they don't have Field of Dead anymore, so I got that going for me. Paper Ghost and Motor Cruises. Well, may just be dead here. On like turn 2. Or on turn 3, I guess. May be dead here real soon. Advanced on effect. Yep. They just get Titan here, we're just dead, right? Nothing we can do about it. Yep. GG's. Yeah, this matchup is like just atrociously bad for us. We'll see if we can get lucky enough to win. Unlikely, but possible. Everything's foul, everything's better except lots of fun. Why is it? Let's just do my mix and it'll be good. Okay. We could have everybody playing whatever until they play the 5-6 that are actually good. Oh yeah, of course. What do you want to be known, Bamsing? Okay, opponent's mulligan to 5, so that's good for us, I guess. That's always something that can help us out. That's something that can help us out. Just in case for no banning is not power level. It's for diversity and midrange control, like Wild Nicodle. The opponent has kept their 5-card hand. We have natural Tron. Probably will not be close to being good enough, but maybe, just maybe it will be. Maybe, just maybe, we can do it. Maybe, just maybe. Tulare West. That's good for me. How's it going, Chili Wrangler? What can we ask for it? Let's scry. Don't think I want another Matter Shaper here. It's not a bad draw. Do I want to put Chalice on 1? I think I want to put Chalice on 1 over 0 here. Because it stops Ancient Stirrings plus Amulet. Arnster, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot. Appreciate it a lot. How's the match going? It's going fine-ish. You have this beaten with either this or this. Shut down the business spell. Well, the thing is, they only have 4 summoners packed, and if they're pacting, like, for Titan, we can just, like, get rid of it, and it's not too big of a deal. Like, if they get Amulet and then just, like, have Titan in hand, that's, like, a way in which we can lose. It's no longer selectable. Well, let's see. Let's scry here. Not quite what I'm looking for. You have enough mana where I think I can just, like, draw with this. Not bad. Card's not a bad one either. So probably we'll just move around Thassa's Oracle. I mean, we'll have to see. I assume that it won't be, like, very good. It's possible that it could be good. So they're going to Titan. Sure. I don't think I care about Titan really at all. I just have this All's Dust. Okay, sure. And doing this seems fine to me. The answer I've confirmed. Feels good, man. Yeah, he wanted it for all. All we needed them is to mulligan to 5, us be on the play, have Tron, and then our deck look reasonable against theirs. Arnster? I guess we gotta get Arnster out of here. Come up with. You don't like E-tron? Well, we have Tron in the opener again. Can't really mulligan that, can we? Well, if they dried me, I'm definitely dismembering it. That's no, not in your eye. I'm looking in your big brown eyes. Get that out of here. Finding like Karn the Great Creator here or Ugin would be good. Going back to this. This is just fun. Fun, good decks. People love seeing the E-tron. So far we've had, out of 3, 6, 8 games we played, I think we've had 3 natural Trons in our opening 7s. Nice wholesome magic. I was playing like Green Tron, which I'll probably be doing later today. You know, that would be a little bit too degenerate, you know. Ooh, 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 yeah, yeah. What are they gonna get with Tolarian Yep, Chalice out. Your jaws. Would Spark have been able to win that blue-red Prowess match, though? I don't know. It's like... Alright, let's scroll the unstep. See what we can get here. Not what I'm looking for. Not what I'm looking for either. So I'll just play this plus Blist for 2. Try to get onto the board as much as possible. The problem with drawing a card is that the cards that we're drawing to, we want to use all our mana for. Like, if we draw Karn the Great Creator, we want to use all our mana, play Karn, plus get an Ensnaring Bridge. Or, like, get something to our board, maybe. If we get Ugin the Ineffable, we can't cast it if we draw a card. Thought Not Seer plus Matter Ray Shaper. Just scrying there is better, because we're, like, want to use all our mana. And we already have a usage for at least 3 of our mana. So, like, if we just find a 4-mana spell of some sort, it'll probably be good. Yep, let's get changed live. No, they said the Cascade change isn't going to be live until the 17th. No, the game's not over. Game is definitely not over. They have another one? They do not. Chalice of the Void is 0. Summer's Back is 0. Not to let it show. There's something that Twitch chat will never learn. It is the card chalice avoid me on the battlefield. I swear. I'm almost assuredly blocking this Matter Shaper because I'm just like trying to find Karn the Great Creator basically. That is a problem. I forgot about that. Yeah, I still think I need to do this. Not the greatest. Oh, they're gonna let me untap with it? That's wild to me. I mean, I'm just dead now, I think. I don't think I have any outs. Yeah. We're just dead to double strike now. Yeah, primetime matchup still bad. Had the Chalice for the Summoner's Back, but they just had the Titan. I mean, both the games we lost, like, even though we had Tron, we didn't, like, do much with it. And then, they just had Dryad plus. Oh, they had that, okay. Okay, I see. Yeah, even all is just, like, wouldn't have done anything even if we still had Tron. Didn't really find anything. Match 2, we sideboarded wrong. Game 2, possibly played badly and mulliganed badly. And then game 3, we just mulliganed 4. This is just a bad matchup. I've got the rope to know. Let it show. Come in. Normal on stream? Maybe. I knew that, like, today would be the day that, like, everyone just says, hey, play this deck, hey, what do you think about bans and all that stuff. I wonder if I'll get annoyed by it at some point. Or annoyed enough to say anything, at least. Let it show. Coming out. The world to know. Got to let it show. Sand seems good to me. That's real cool. I think John has a somewhat reasonable matchup against Suspir. And obviously atrocious matchup versus Titan. Label, right? Yeah. Once they ban Moxopal, maybe. Like, I don't reasonably think that either Scales or Affinity would necessarily be that good if they unban Moxopal for them. Like, they'd maybe... I would be hard-pressed to see them as tier 1 decks. Urza's mine. I would like to take their Liliana the Veil. Oh. My opponent is playing Classic Jund, where they just flood out savagely. Their cards aren't that good. Oh, a Cycle Land. That would have been good with the Ren 6. I guess if they drew a Chalice or a Lightning Bolt or a Fatal Push, they get us pretty badly. They did not, so we got them instead. Well, they need to draw like Fatal Push here into like Liliana the Veil, I guess. They've got outs. They've got outs. Need to get lucky, but they've got outs technically. Another Tarmogoyf. We could have gone for a different land. We could have gone for Scavenger Grounds and just made it so we probably just had lethal, but instead I went for Blast Zone. I'm gonna go pee. I'll be right back. Actually no, we'll wait until the sideboard. We'll wait to sideboarding. Hopefully this game is quickly over with, so I don't have to, you know, go in the middle. Arnster, who you want out? Who you want out, Arnster? Okay, not sure how opponent can win from this spot. But, you know, anything is possible. Could have Assassin's Trophy maybe to this. Still like money. Oh, of course I love money. Why wouldn't I love money? There's so many. I cleaned my entire desk and like sprayed raid and like opened up my windows so you know I didn't like die to the raid. And there's still like ants all over my room. I'm upset. I don't know what like pulled them here because I don't like have food on my table or anything. Got Fatal Push. Take command. Guess I got punished for not expedition mapping first. Oh, lordy. Number 2 all-time dono going for number 1. Thank you, Arnster. I appreciate it. I think you're the number 1... Well, you're definitely the number 1, like, actual cash dono. But I don't know if you're bigger than USCG or P-Tarts in the amount you've donated, though. Are we playing Forsaken Monument? We're not playing Forsaken Monument in this version of the deck. Do want relics. I think Chalice is regularly pretty bad here. Something like this could be fine. Just have Mystic Force plus a Snaring Bridge to go get. Seems reasonable. I'm gonna go use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Oh, I know why you're behind someone. Never mind. I know why. Okay, I come back to this. Perfect. Perfect. But I know why you're behind someone, Archster. It was Caleb D gave me $500 to buy arena cards when we didn't know we had free arena accounts for the PT, and then we got free arena accounts. I was like, "Hey, Caleb, you want your money back?" He's like, "Nah, you're good." I was like, "Damn, what a baller." That was a nice draw. I was like, who paid more in cash? I was like, oh yeah, that one. Well, over 400. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it. Keeping the lights on is what Arnster is doing for your boy. I think I'm fine getting rid of Dismember here. I should be responsible for money and YOLOing options every day. Trust me, I think about YOLOing a lot. I think about putting some money in and just start running with it. I really do. A lot of days I definitely think about, I can start YOLOing again. Okay, thank God. Liliana the Veil would have actually been pretty annoying for me. Retirement. Well, you know, I gotta pay the rent and stuff. But I'm looking for the perfect YOLO, you know. That's no fun. Well, that makes things easier for me. I was gonna have to think about Wormcoil plus Thought-Knot Seer, or Wormcoil Thought-Knot Seer, but now I can do this pretty easily. Because it's like pretty obvious that they're setting up for like a Bloodbraid Elf turn, or at least that's what it seems like to me. I don't take their... Trust me, there's always a good YOLO every single day. I was sad that apparently today's President's Day. I didn't even know the market was closed. But since I'm not actively trading, it doesn't actually matter to me really at all. Got him. Diamond hands. Trust me, I'm waiting. I'm not sure what my next in is gonna be. I would have stayed in Intel. I would have made a nice another like 5 to 10%. Another nice like hundo or so. But the thing is, like, I'm only like messing around with a little bit of money since most of the rest of my money has been in like these other stocks for so long that it's just worth it for me to wait for the tax break after a year compared to short-term selling. So I don't actually have that much money to play around with. I should have sold my Facebook stock. I should have just sold it when it was at plus 90%, but I was worried about taxes. Now it's only plus like 50%. SMH in my head. Always good to talk about the markets, you know. Some people call them white guy gambling, but you know, everyone gambles instead of just white people. I'm not having money yet. I keep donating money. The sand is... If I was on the play, I would think about keeping it. On the draw, it's a little bit too clunky. Sand I'll keep. Hopefully Chalice is good. Back to a good deck. My opponent's playing Celestial Colonnade, eh? Playing against Celestial Colonnade, eh? Playing against straight Jeskai control. Punished for not playing my Temple first, even though I think I would have wanted to Chalice one anyways. Spell Snare. Playing in Spell Snare. Yikes. How can you play Spiral of Canal in your Celestial Colonnade deck? That's just ungodly. I think I need a Chalice one again, even though like it's kind of like an easy force negation for them. If they like just slam Jace next turn, then I get to Reality Smasher it. So that's my like goal behind doing this. And then next turn, if I draw another land, then I can go Chalice on 1 plus TKS. Wow. Okay, these are not cards that I expected. Now I guess I understand a little bit more about what's happening. Whew. Okay, land here is going to be big, so I can like lead on another Chalice 1. Hopefully they just like play Jace here. That would be great for me. Just great for me. Now I get to Smasher them, smash them into oblivion. No one ever plays around the Smasher, you know? Put a card to the bottom. It's no fun. Let's tag Jace. You've got a lot of value out of your Jace, my good friend. Next non-mod to type. Like, we gotta play the bad cards again. Get Street Shoes out of here for 10 minutes. Fairy Time Raveler, eh? Okay. I think I'm just going to TKS plus Chalice. Seems like the way to go. Well, I guess they never had it, anyways. But now we have to deal with this Colonnade, which is somewhat of a problem. Just gonna fire up the Colonnade. That's fine with me. Are you gonna be able to beat my Smasher that you know about? Now I've got another Smasher. I'll just attack both of them. I don't really understand my opponent's plays so far. Oh lord. Cavern of Souls would have been the best draw there. It's unfortunate if they have like Cryptic Command, but I have to just be jamming here. Okay, they have nothing. Snappy. You've seen at least one card you want Space Contortion for. So that's probably fine. All this does is probably pretty poopy. Walking Ballista is probably fine. Dismember's probably fine. Maybe I only want 2 spatials then. That seems reasonable to me. It is bettertwitch.tv, which is BTTV for short. Look it up on Google and add it to your Chrome extensions and you'll be able to see them. Yeah. I think this is one? Oh yeah, there we go. No problem, Wowie. See, we're all weebs here. Or at least I'm a weeb. Million to 5. Sure. Try to get lucky, I guess. Ame stand. Well, I haven't watched an Ame stream in a long time, but you know, what a draw! What a draw! We're very good at this game, except for when we get Cleansing Wildfire. But besides that, we're very good at this game. Alpine Moon. That's no fun. What the heck is playing Alpine Moon? Play Blood Moon. Come on. I'm ready to get spell snared on my Chalice the Void. You guys ready? Ceremony restriction. Okay. I'm fine with that trade. It's Saturday night. This is actually a really bad play. They just have Spell Queller up. I was not thinking about that. Should have just gotten a land with this. Saturday morning. It's called late to begin. Temple me. Not a temple. Yeah. They're gonna bolt me? Oh, it's okay. It's fair, I guess. I'm ready to get Cavernous Souls. Then my opponent's gonna spell color me. And I'm gonna be sad. Everybody does. Eldrazi. Let's see what you got, bud. Leak, Jace, Wildfire. I think I just take Cleansing Wildfire here. It's close. There's an argument for taking all of the cards, I think. I think it goes Wildfire, Jace, Mana Leak. Maybe not. I don't know. Zero. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Maybe they found Patex off the top? Another Alpine Moon. That's fair. Got me there. They're gonna name the cavern. Could have Mana Leak, they could have another card. For Saturday to begin. 1, 2. Eldrazi Temple, wow. Very surprising. What just happened? I think I want to do this for Karn. Karn isn't really doing all that much. Does it have Ceremonious Rejection here, or are they just getting top land? Top land, sure. Sure. I want to see what's going on in their hand here before I make any like attacks or anything here. Interesting. Spell Queller. That's definitely a punish. I did not think about Spell Queller there. Should have gone for the Smasher. Now I'm basically just dead. Wait. Okay, this gives me potentially a chance. Probably not versus whatever 3 cards they have in their hand. Okay. I'm gonna bring another Spatial Contortion, what I've seen so far. I can cut this maybe. Or imprison my VPay Joe, thanks for the follow, I appreciate it. Okay, Arnster, are you still here? I got a question for you. It has to do with the money that you donated. You'll probably find it enjoyable. It is a YOLO of sorts. He's timed out? Damn. Okay, once he's untimed out. Rats. Yeah. I think this will end up being better for us than worse for us. Well, I could be punished for it, even though we drew this map. It's kind of already a punish. Yeah, okay, Arnster. Someone said they wanted to have me play in a $50 buy-in tournament. You want me to spend your $50 on that? Then I can stream it? That hurts. Let's do it. Okay, sounds good. The opponent has been very aggressive on hitting my lands. Kind of wild they have Alpine Moon and Cleansing Wildfire in their deck, but really good against me. I don't know, 50 more free money. Yeah, sounds good to me. Land. Brutal. Brutal. Brutal, brutal, brutal games. I cannot seem to find a land here. I don't know what's in opponent's hand. I'm assuming counter spells, but who knows? Maybe just one drops of some sort. It's possible that the Chalice is putting in work. Land. There's a land. I can like spell color this, that's fine. Staple strokes, sure. I really wanted them to have spell color. That would have been great for me. Matter Shaper may just go the whole way. To Miami. Down to 4. Now they're down to 1. Matter Shaper Matter Shaper taking it down? That may look like it's good enough opponent. Not so sure though. Not so sure though. The Mattery Shaper that went the distance. Mattery Shaper going the distance. Literal turn 3 Delver. Sideways, 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 sideways. Somehow, some way, they're a Shaper from downtown. And what do we get? Now, what do we get from this beloved chest? Force of Negation. Okay, instead we got Mael's Aria. Never seen that card before. And 15 play points. Well, if you're watching this on YouTube and you liked what you saw, make sure to hit me with a like, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitch and Twitter in the description below. Give me some comments what you think about New Modern, what about E-tron, how I can improve the deck or whatever. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.